This is just too hard. Yesterday's tournament was a disaster. So today we try to untilt and get back on track again. All right, let's see how it goes. Welcome. I think I lost over 60 points in yesterday's tournament, so it was a heavy tournament, heavy to handle. I just got my peak rating and then this happened. Okay, e4. Rui Lopez. At least this is a good opening. I like to play this endgame line. Maybe it's quite hard to handle in rapid time control, but I think both have similar problems here, not just white. Okay, let's play this way. Usually h3 is the move, but I try to play without that. If knight goes here, then we can win a tempo. Okay, he didn't do that, but let's play this way. If bishop goes here, we can trade those pieces. And okay, let's see. I think I have to play this. And the plan is to play g4, maybe rook here or another one here. Okay, rook here, maybe. e6 is an interesting plan for white. Okay, should I play g4 immediately? Actually, my rook is not well placed now. But maybe I can play g4 and push e6 and take g7 and h6. So g4 takes and e6. I think he has to take and then we can take here and here. And okay, he can take here, but then what is the position? Okay, d2 is covered by the bishop, so I think I'm pawn up, healthy pawn up. So let's go. f6, but then we have e7, or maybe knight here. Okay, he played that one. That is a brave decision, because I think I can do many things here, but let's see. I think this is a critical moment. Have to think carefully what to do. Okay, bishop is actually hanging here after knight c5. Okay, there is a square, but still. So knight c5 hits here, b6, we go here, and I think he doesn't have time for this. At least I can take here and win that and defend the pawn, or just doubling the rooks. Okay, I will do this. Okay, maybe there's h5. And he tries to checkmate me. Okay, but I have at least e7, c4. That should be enough. And b6, then we hit here, c4, rook here. I think this is just too strong. He doesn't have time to open this. Oh, what he's doing. c4, rook here. Game over. I like to play this Berlin endgame. It's not so boring. I think its reputation is much worse than what we can really have here. But have to play very actively, otherwise there is no chance to create anything. Of course, then white risks something because black is very solid, but you can have this kind of pawns and then you can have very interesting tactics. Okay, and what we have here, maybe f3, and then bishop, rook here. Of course, he plays something like this. But this rook is not in play. We can probably push e7 in a right moment, but I think this will give very good chances to win game very quickly. Okay, thanks for sharing that. By the way, there is a poll in the chat. Feel free to share your thoughts about how you untilt. What was how do you untilt yourself? Yeah, that was the question. Yeah. Okay, I hit the rook, and my plan is that I can trade rooks and play rook d7, then g7, and d7. c7 is hanging. By the way, I think I have done all those four. What are those options in the poll? It's human, of course, but usually few of those are better options than the rest. Okay, king f3 tries to activate the king and prevent bishop f4 plans. Of course, he can do something like this, but I think this might ruin all chances. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm piece up. I forgot it already. We can play on Thursday. Then I play with viewers. So that day is your day if you want to challenge me. Not today. Okay. Let's keep the knight on the board. Of course, bishop e5 was winning as well. There's no stalemate tricks because at least those pawns are still here. We can do this with the king. f6 and knight e7. Oh, actually, I will take this and knight checkmate. That is a pretty one. The next is this. If rook goes to e8. Okay, f7, of course. Okay, let's play more. The first one was better than last one in the tournament, if I remember correctly. I think we have played quite many games, and actually he's my favorite opponent, I guess. I have won 3 games and only 1 draw, and his rating is almost 2600. We have had very nice night-offs. You can check those from previous streams if you want. And I think we have played this line, this kind of position before. Okay, the plan is to play knight d5. It helps white to trade few pieces. I think knight d7 is actually a move here to prevent those trades. Bishop somewhere. Aha, how to reach 2000 elo. Well, it depends what kind of player you are, but okay, thanks for giving that kind of plan. Maybe if I have time. At the moment I'm very busy, but let's see. It's of course it's a good topic. But some players are very good in opening plays, some are good in middle game and so on. So it's very hard to say this way you will reach 2000 elo, because you can reach that by playing very well openings or middle games or end games. I think so, but you have to be tactically good enough, of course, positionally as well. But I think reaching 2000 is still elo which you can reach different ways. It depends what kind of player you are, but usually players are not concentrating on end games, so probably training end games will be a good idea. Okay, let's see, knight e5. If I take here and knight c5, I try to do this. I don't want to trade all those, or maybe okay, I would like to trade these bishops, but it's not so easy after trading here twice. So maybe I do this first and knight c5. He can't play b4, and then I have 2 tempes. Bishop is almost stuck. Actually, he can't develop the knight. So trading here twice would be a mistake, but trading here and then knight c5. I think black is better. He can't play this one, and then f6 is already a very strong threat. So f6, e5, and then I have better chances to trade these bishops because knight covers b7. So I think I can do this immediately. And if he goes here, I can put bishop between and queen here. If he retreats, and then I can go after this bishop, and or I can attack on d3, and then he has to trade those bishops or may do something like this, and then this bishop is very passive. So I think black is already better here. Good morning. How are you? I hope we will have a better day today than yesterday. It was a quite awful experience, but maybe we all have that kind of experiences. Okay, bishop f4. He saw my plan, but I think I can play f6 still because he can't really prevent e5. Okay, he tries to activate the bishop this way, but I have that bishop e5 plan. Of course, this might work. So maybe a4 is the best idea now. If b4, then I have this one. Okay, it's not so easy to evaluate. Is it really good or bad? e5, knight here, bishop f5, and then okay, he will put knight between. I will take, and then I think I'm better because I have a clear plan, but not much. I would like to get more. But how to do it? Okay, e5, knight here, maybe queen b6. It hits here, and then there is no time for knight e4. And then bishop f5 is better. Okay, let's play e5. Okay, what about f4? Then I have bishop d6. Well. Okay, maybe it's better to play bishop f5, but still, e5 is needed, and now queen b6 should be a good choice. Okay, I didn't see that one. Too bad. I think he will play b4 now. Okay, maybe I can trade here. Okay, let's see. I take here twice. Or what should I do? I would like to push f5, but there is no that kind of option anymore. Well, okay, let's take here. I think I have to neutralize this bishop, otherwise b4 is just too strong. Okay, but b4 is coming. Can I play f5? b4 I will take, and then what? Or should I do this? Actually, that might work. b4 I will take, and b5. Oh, have to speed up now. I'm too slow. he has this plan. Okay, let's see. This is going to... It's... what? I think this was clearly a mistake. Because he can't trade queens, I guess. Because I have rook a1 and this is not so strong. Because these pawns are so weak. Okay, let's see. But now I'm pretty happy. Maybe I can push f5, e4, but not... Oh, not here. Okay, maybe that was a good... Tactically a good move, because I don't have rook here. Rook a2. Now I have it, but... Okay, should I... What should I do? Maybe I should go after this pawn. Okay, he can take here now, but... But then this one... This rook is dropping, actually. He can take here. Okay, he took. So... Well, I think I have to take here. This is not optimal, but... I will take and queen c4. Who is winning here? There's pin. These pawns are quite weak. f7 is interesting. Should I take it or not? With the king. Can he create attack? I don't think so, but rook c1. That is a problem. And then this passer is very strong. So maybe I should take this with the queen. c6, then rook c4, and yeah, this looks actually quite good for black. Queen f2, I have bishop c5. Rook c1. This one he will take. I take, rook takes, rook b7, b2, and then... Ooh. What is this? Is he trying to play f7? But this is losing. Am I missing something? He has c7, okay. But still. If I take here, f7, I go here. c6, c3, c7, rook here, bishop here, takes, and these passers are so strong. Okay. Okay. c6. Can I take this with the rook? Both are promoting. This is very hard position to play. c6 and here. Why not? f7. What is going on? What is this? Should I take with the bishop? He takes and gives a check, so I have to take with the king. Now my pawns are rolling. Of course, bishop goes here, but I think I can just put my bishop on c5 and he can't really do much. Okay. Maybe king here, and then he has check. So d7, d2, maybe he can sacrifice and hold. Let's see. Okay, c2, check. I go here. Then I will win a pawn. Not so easy to win that one, so have to be careful. Okay, maybe, but he can't take my rook. Okay. Of course, this is quite equal. I can't trade rooks, but let's see. The time is, of course, an issue here. I don't have time. Oh, this was much better. Okay, am I winning now? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I think he can't really trade, or can he? Because okay, he could do that, but maybe not anymore. Or maybe he can actually, but somehow he doesn't want to. My plan was to get... okay, I will explain later. Have to move now. Oh, now he saw that one. Too bad, too bad. Of course, now it's equal. Okay, it was an interesting fight. Let's see a few details about the game. I think I was so close to win this one. I think here the main move is not this h6, but... or is it? I can't remember, but as you can see, the computer likes this a lot, and the plan is to prevent trades, because white can trade pieces, and then there is no point to try to get space advantage. And these moves are made because black tries to avoid those trades, and it's very logical, because now it's not so easy to make easy trades. Of course, knight e5 might be something, but then we can trade and try to do something similar that what I did in the game. Oh, okay, g5. Interesting option. Bishop here. Okay, g4, and then suddenly these pieces are dropping. Okay, I think I have seen this plan before, but I couldn't remember. Okay, bishop c1, and now the plan is to play e5 and maybe f6, and even this might look very weak. There is no pieces, and only this bishop have access on light squares, and we can try to trade these bishops or try to create strong play with f5 e4. Okay, I didn't see that plan here, but still, yeah, this is good for black. Even e5 immediately. Maybe it's because the pack rank. So if rook takes, we can... aha, queen p6. Okay, but what is the point here? g5 again. Okay, this is typical. Seems to be typical. Plan here. Okay, this was clearly a mistake from my side, because I didn't see that he can do this. So it's much better to use moves here, like this way. But I wasn't sure what is going to happen after these trades. But bishop d6, f5, and so on. Black might be slightly better. Oh, I can play this one. But I think... okay. I can't remember why I didn't do this. Looks very natural. And this is losing. d3 is even better, of course, because then these pieces are dropping, but this is still winning. Oh, it's not winning. Okay, computer gave some much bigger value for black, something like 1 point something, but then made some correction. So this is not winning. Surprising. But this wins, of course. Taking with the king is the right way to do it. And okay, d3 is probably a mistake. Yeah, because then we are then white can sacrifice the bishop, and then we are not having winning edge because this square is wrong color. I mean we have wrong color. Bishop should be light square bishop, but here c2 is winning because we have this extra pawn, and after this it's clear that we are going to win. d3. But I think I had good chances. Let's see. Because he played this very inaccurate way. At least I think so. Because here is some chances to create checkmate. And okay, I thought that he can't really trade, but this sacrificing plan might work. Oh, it's not working because king f5. Very nice idea. It prevents this plan. Okay, and then we can play king g4, and here, aha, okay. The plan is to play, when king is here, we can put our king here, and then stalemate, almost stalemate. White has to play g4, and then we can take with the pawn. That is the key, I guess. If king goes here, this would be a very big blunder, then it's draw. But here, check. And now we can just put our bishop, for example, here. And then g4 we can take with the pawn, and very nice endgame tactics there. But what about e6? Okay, aha, yeah. We have to play king d8. This is actually very interesting endgame. Whenever g4 happens, we have to take with the pawn. So king here, and we can take this with the king. Okay, king e7, and now we can drop this, and oh, we can't. Yeah, the reason is that king can get here, and then g4 we can't take with the pawn, or is that the reason? Yeah. But king goes here. How this works? But this is the same. But there's some differences. We can get on h3, and that is a big difference. So here, this is losing, but this is not losing. So this is draw. Interesting endgame, but here somehow black can play king here. And okay, maybe now king is too far, and that's why we will win with the king takes here. But again, have to be careful. If we take here, aha, there's check on c5. Yeah, and king can't get here. And this is winning. But have to be very precise. And now we can get here. Interesting endgame. Okay, let's play more. Yeah. By the way, we have a poll in the chat. Feel free to make confession if you want. What do you do until yourself? And as I said earlier, that I have done all 4, but I think it would be better to choose wisely. But let's see. Let's play more. Aha. Our opponent is from Malta. I would like to play a London system. Earlier, I didn't like that opening at all with black pieces, but nowadays, at least now, I would like to play it because I have this my own plan against it, and I would like to test it. Yesterday, I had interesting game, and the opening went very well, but then I played terribly and lost, and that was horrible experience. But there was many. That's probably true. That option 2 is not for those who have great passion to chess. Maybe you can say that way. Okay, what we should do here. Knight comes here. It's very equal, but I think that is the best thing to do here. Then we can put bishop d5. Try to play c5. Maybe knight here and c5. Looks quite natural. Okay, taking with the rook. Okay, maybe knight here. Knight d7 is, of course, very natural. Maybe it's more natural. Let's play it this way. c5. Okay, have to be careful with these tactics. c5. Maybe c5, yes. e4. We can take here. Now actually b5 is an idea. Okay, I think he has to take here now. Should we take with the knight? b4. Takes, and then something. Knight d7. Well, it's a line, okay. We can do this. It's rook coming here. Maybe it's not so well placed on h4. There There's some downsides. Which one is weaker? Maybe it's even the b4 pawn. There's no chance to do this. I think this is not as good as might look, because black can create some tactics using this rook. Even this plan might be a good for black, because all pieces are going to activate very quickly. Of course, he has some tactics here, but I have two knights, so I think there is no problems. But should I do something else than trade? Maybe trading is the best option. Okay, let's trade. No chance to make checkmate, or is there? It's very brave, too brave, I guess. Knight d5 and then knight e5. These pieces are dropping, so now I can hit here and try to use this rook's position. I think I might be better. This king is weaker than mine. This pawn might be slightly weaker than b6. This rook is a bit misplaced, and these knights are probably are not playing as well. I mean that I can do more with my knights, but now he's trading, and that is a good idea, of course. I would like to do this, but he can take with the pawn, and then there's no queen takes d4. So what else? I don't want to retreat because knight comes here. Knight e5. Do we have anything else? Oh, knight c6. Then there's lots of tactics. So, okay. Actually, I might win something. Or is there queen, rook e4? Knight here, takes. This is hanging. There's a pin. So, I think white is having some problems now. Rook e4 is a must here. Can I take this with the pawn now? It's interesting option. Where to put this rook? Maybe here. Yeah. And if I take with the queen, is there queen c4? Maybe there is no queen c4. Can I have anything better? Oh, rook c8. If he takes, I can take here, and then this rook might be still misplaced. I can take with the knight or with the rook. Okay, let's do that. Looks very strong. My pieces are very active, and his pieces are misplaced, as far as I know. Maybe queen b2 after rook takes c3. But then queen c7 hits here, defends the rook, and then there's rook c2. So, am I winning here? At least this is very difficult position to play. it seems to me that everything is hanging. At least queen b2 is not working. If queen comes here, then I have knight f6, queen f4, maybe even g5, and then d2 is dropping. If he sacrifices here, I have king h8 and knight h7. So now queen c7 was winning, or is it? Queen d4, and suddenly it's not winning. What about this one? There's very nice tactical resource. Queen f6. Oh, he has knight f3, so it's not working. But after knight e4, I can take here. And if rook goes here, for example, I can take here. But okay, queen c7 might be the only move here, which gives good chances. Knight e4, rook here. Oh, that kind of move. Surprising. Surprising. At least I have very active pieces. Queen c4, for example, there's no squares. b4 is hanging, and I can't see anything else than this one. Okay, rook c2, queen d4. Should I play this first and come here, take b4? Maybe I should. That's practical. Oh, he has queen b1. Okay, what should I do? What should I do? Can I take here in somehow? Put my rook here and here. I think there's no e4 because this is so badly placed. Okay. I try to activate my pieces. I think e4 is not an option because this rook is so badly placed. Queen d4 again. But still, knight f3. This is very strong plan, I guess. Or maybe rook here, rook here. Even better. Even better. Aha. What is this? Okay. Blunder. Blunders happen. Okay. Okay, let's check few details. Two or 4 weeks to calm down. Okay, that's quite a long time. Actually, I think I played quite well. 94.5. Is this a model game? Let's see. At least you can play this way. Okay, bishop a6. And the idea is trade these. Or what is the idea? Take here, okay. But c5 is a good option. Knight e5 is even better. Queen c7 is better than rook c8. Okay, something is dropping very soon, I guess. But this looks pretty strong. Queen c8 is somehow better according to the computer. Maybe there is some f6, but this is more human, and it's good enough. And this is, of course, plunder, but what happens after rook here? We can trade, and why not to take this one? Oh, check, and some tricks. So have to trade queens, and it's not winning because this pawn is now weak. Knight d5, e4 is the reason, yeah. And this is unfortunately only draw because it's very hard to create passer, and knight can sacrifice to it in the end because you are not going to win without pawns against rook and with rook and knight against rook. Okay, but here it was easy. Okay, let's see what we have in chat. Okay, it seems that we have 4 or 17 votes, and everybody has their own way to handle the tilt. As I said earlier, I think I have done all those 4. And if you want to share some of your bad habits in the chat, feel free to do so. At least there was one that playing some bullet or playing as long as you can start winning, and usually that is not the best way to do it. I think you are going to lose even more. Okay, but let's see. This game was quite good. Oh, bad connection. Member offline. Oh, Karogan. Tal variation. Yesterday I had a crazy game in this variation. I won that game, but I wasn't sure about the tactics, but somehow it went quite well. H6, this is a rare. Usually H5 is the move because G4 and the E6 sacrificing plan is quite strong. Of course, Bishop D7 is a move here, probably the best. Because after Bishop D4, white can play E6, and it's very hard to develop these pieces after pawn takes. Of course, there's Queen D6, but still, I think this is the, at least if it's not the main line, this is playable. I think Fabiano Caruana has played this, for example. Okay, Queen C8 looks kind of blitz reaction. How to defend this one? Maybe Bishop E2, or maybe even here. It can give some prospects with. Okay, I don't know. Let's play this way. C5. We can probably take. Okay, surprising play. F4, and I think then we are ready for knight. Ah, okay. He has to play E6 anyway. Should we play this first? And then we can play f4, and I think white is just better. Have to be. These moves are not necessary, and in this kind of position, you can't really move like do these kind of things without purpose. Can I do this? Looks quite interesting. Okay, let's do it. Maybe bishop d2 was the most natural way, but I would like to do something special here. Ace a3 maybe. Takes. I can take with the rook. And I think these trades are good for white. A5, bishop a5. We can take here and play b4. Oh, actually there is a unusual threat on g1, so have to be careful. Okay, I think this trade is not good for black because I don't have to take with the rook. Maybe it's... Oh, maybe it's even the best one. Because first I thought that I can take with the pawn, and then this is very strong structure. I can put my knight here, bishop maybe here, but maybe I can do this and play b5 because there is a pin, so it's very hard to develop pieces. Of course, he can create some threats, but I think it's only a check without... Yeah. It's not dangerous. Oh. Ah, this is not hanging anymore. Okay, but bishop e3. And then we have chance to push b5. Maybe bishop goes here. It's very strong place for the bishop. Okay, this is only a check, so don't have to be worried about that. King f1. Rook goes back, and then we have very strong bishop here. I think white is clearly better here. f6 gives chance to attack on light squares. F6, queen here, checkmate. So black has to play something like knight e7, but this bishop is bad. It's not easy to find squares for these knights. This is nothing, I guess, and there is no time to trade this bishop. I will play f5 or g5 or both. Something like this. Okay, maybe even bishop here, but this looks better. Actually, he can't do this because queen is entrapped. Okay. Now b5 is already a move. Okay, rook here, knight f3, it's very natural. I think I would like to keep the queen here, but I can't find anything. There is no trapping ideas. f5 is hanging. If I do this, queen can take here. Yeah, okay. Let's be practical here. Just this way, something like that. Knight f3, and the idea is to play g5 or f5. g5 might be the best. c3 or c4. Maybe c4. Okay, but I don't want to allow this knight d5. So maybe c3. Or should I put my king here? Maybe it's more safe, better. Okay, there's some tactical shots now. Knight jumps here and here. I didn't see that plan. Okay, I can play c3 to prevent all those tactics, but it's not so good anymore. Aha. Okay, he tries to do something else. Maybe b3 is the idea, or trading the bishops. Aha. Okay, maybe knight d4, b6, and then bishop d6. There is no squares for this rook, so white is having good time here. Maybe the plan was to play d4 and get bishop knight here. Okay, I will do this. Okay, he goes back, I guess, but then I can bring my king here. Oh, really? At least c3 looks okay. Looks good. Well, but f6. Should I do this first? Okay, let's do it. At least this is a very strong threat now. g5. Maybe I should take the rook in the action. Queen e2 covers this one, and then f5 is already a move. Maybe bishop d6. Aha. Very, very brave play. If I take here and push g4, g5, he can take here, but this is dropping, and it seems to me that everything is dropping soon. But should I play this one still? Because I think I can do that, and he can't really do much. And this is more practical. Okay, let's play that way. Because I think he can't really activate pieces. There is no squares for this rook. I can play c3. Okay, maybe there are some tactics. Okay, let's see. g5 is a plan, of course. This looks interesting. I have queen d4, queen e4. g5 looks strong. Okay, I think I can do this. And if queen goes here, even bishop g6, knight can't move. And then we can go off after this rook. There's no squares. Maybe knight d4. Oh, that kind of move. But we have c4. So no problems. Oh, queen e4. How to prevent checkmate. He can sacrifice the knight, of course, but there's no queen trapping plans. I hope so. I hope so. Ah, queen goes here. So then my queen might be misplaced. So I have to wait first, for example, this way to prevent that. Then king here, and this will come later. Queen, bishop here. Okay, he tries to get bishop here. It's natural, of course. It's natural plan. King here to avoid okay. This is a free pawn, I guess. If bishop goes here, I can take the pawn. Bishop goes here of b6. Okay, let's take here. No threats, and e6 is hanging. White is completely winning, but have to be careful still. Okay. What is the plan? Let's put bishop here. Aha, this is a plan, of course. So maybe we can trade rooks. Yeah, that is a good idea. Then there is no counterplay on d file. Have to be a bit careful not to lose on time, but then we can take here and play queen e4 or b5 maybe. Maybe he tries to play b5 to get knight d5. Oh, but this is hanging now. I didn't see, but it's hanging, and suddenly both are hanging. Okay, should I? Ah, he played that way. Okay, now I can take here and queen e4. I think there's no chance to cover everything. A queen can take. Oh, there's checkmate plan. But then I take here, check, queen between, no checks. So let's take here. Queen e4. G6, and then the last mistake. Okay, that would be bad. And this also, I was considering that, but let's try to avoid those plans. Okay, let's take here. Why not? Rook goes here, and then it takes here, but still king here. We can trade queens. Maybe there was plan. Maybe there was a chance to play b5, but I think he could take and play bishop d5. At least I thought so, but let's see. We can check that later. Okay, let's trade queens. It's the easiest way. Still kicking. Still kicking. Oh, stale matrix. But of course, it's not working today. Okay, let's see the. Sometimes it's good to take a long break from playing, but usually, for example, I haven't. I think what maybe the longest break I have ever had is something like 3 months, but it wasn't because of chess, but I think I haven't keep a break longer than week, but I can't remember exactly, but anyway. Yeah, this is just winning for white, but have to be careful not to lose control here. And here we are not going to trap the bishop with b5 because there's bishop d5 after trade. And I think in every position this plan is not working because bishop d5. So, but here there's many ways to win, of course, and this was one of those. Okay, let's play more. By the way, what is your strongest, longest break you have had from chess? I think a week is the longest for me, but what about you? Okay, let's see. What is this? I think I can take here, play something like knight b4. I don't really know this line, but he played this so quickly. Maybe there is some poison, but let's see. At least this looks very natural. Queen trade, I can take. Knight here. We both are going to lose our rooks, but that might be equal. And I have all other moves like taking here with the king, or knight e6 after bishop, knight b5, a6, and takes here if bishop goes c4. And then I have my own threats. So I think black is fine here. 10 years. That is a long break. Aha, okay. 1 month is, or was it a month? Okay. That's a big long break. Okay, let's see. Maybe trading here and then bishop somewhere. Or bishop c f5 immediately. Might be even better. Oh, but I can trade and there's no bishop d1 because I can take this one. Or is there some traps? c7 again. But I would like to... Okay, let's take here. This is good enough. And then bishop f5. Long castling is coming. Very... there's big threats. And weak squares. Weak pawn. I can open central files. And this king is stuck in the middle. So there's many reasons to be happy. I think so. Let's see. Maybe f6. I would like to take this bishop out from here. If knight jumps here, okay, should I start with this? If there's no squares, and if knight jumps here, I can castle, pinning then bishop, and I have king b8 if rook c1. Oh, this is a surprise to me, because it seems to me that now I have very good chance to create something. Okay, well, have to change my plan. Now king f7 is the plan. If he trades, and rook e1, rook d8, and so on. This is hanging. Is there knight h4? Okay, this is getting messy. Maybe my position is not so good after all. I think knight h4 was the move there. Now his king is weaker. I have bishop pair. In this kind of structure with 3 open files, usually it's a big advantage for bishop pair, and he passive makes this passive move. Knight is very passive. What is going on? Okay, should I keep this bishop here or here? Hard to say. Okay, maybe even here. Because king c2, I have this, and then rook is out of play. If I go here, maybe king can go here. Okay, have to decide where to go. And then castling. Now king f7 might be too slow. I can do this. Okay. This looks very strong. Do we have some kind of checkmate plans? Bishop here, there's no knight e2, but now we can castle. Or maybe rook d8. It's better. Which one is better? I think I don't need this file anymore, so I think I do this, even though castling is more tempting. But I think this is the correct way to play. There's this one and king c2. Okay. Should I start with this? Trade here, long castle, and then, yeah. I would like to keep this knight here, but actually I think I have to do this, because then I can get my bishops in play, and these bishops are much better than knights. But if this bishop is here, it defends quite well. So I will do this, even though I would like to keep the bishop, I mean the knight. But I think this is the best way to play here, because this position is so concrete. You need to have concrete plans, like hitting here and getting rooks here and so on. It's very risky to put king here, but let's see. It's very, very risky. I would like to put rook here and then pinning the knight, but there's counter plans. So maybe I start with this, then there is no time for that. Maybe even f5. Actually, f5 looks very strong. Okay, is he winning this bishop back if I play that way? Rook c1 is coming. What to do? Okay, king b8. I don't want to do this. It's too slow. It's so slow. Rook d4. But then knight here and rook c8, rook c1. Takes, and I don't have time to cover this bishop. But maybe I have some tactics, or maybe I don't have. Okay, it's very hard to say what to do here. Let's put rook here. It's active way to play, at least. Should be winning somehow, but I would like to do something nice with these bishops and rooks. There might be some crazy tactical shots. I think he can do this computer-like solution. I'm still better, but then I don't have checkmate plans. Rook c1 is not as good, because then I can do this first and take here with this rook, and then there might be some checkmate plans, and I can decide which bishop I give back. But knight e4. Can I take it? Rook here. Is there checkmate somehow? Actually might be. If I take it, king, aha. But that's not good choice, I guess. Rook d2. Okay, he can make this passive defensive move to cover f2, but then I think it's leading to disaster quite soon. Okay. And then I think we should have some checkmate plans. Let's see. F5, at least there is no rook c1 anymore. So let's do this. And this and f5, and there's no knight e4. I would like to do... Should I play this first? Knight e4. But then we can... Oh, okay. And then f5. To prevent knight e4. Rook c1, then king here, knight here, bishop here. And then this king is getting mated. At least should be that way. Sometimes there are surprising defensive plans, but this looks so winning for black. Okay. And then he's defending all squares somehow. Okay, but I can take here, and then all his pieces are in back rank, so and I think h5 is winning immediately because knight is getting pinned and rook h1, h8. This is quite nice. He can't really defend. Because bishop d5 and these bishops are so much better than knights. Oh, yep. That might be the case. There might be some pinning plans, but I didn't see those. Now I think I'm going to checkmate white's king. Oh, okay, I have to do this, and then there is no defense. Okay, let's see the opening. Because I haven't seen this kind of plan earlier, and I think it's not a good idea for white. Yeah. And then... Oh. So this might be a slight mistake if white plays this way. Now I have to retreat. Okay, now I know. Yeah, now I understand why this is not so good. But this is still playable. Actually, I can do this. Yeah. But what was the better option to take here? Somehow this is better. Oh, white has to take here. And then here, okay, this weakness might be a reason why black is having some edge, small edge, but still. Yeah, this is even better. Yeah. Okay, but in the game, I think it was quite clear that we can play even this way. There's one interesting moment when I trade these pieces. I would like to check what is the opinion, what is computer evaluation. Trading is the best, or at least it's good enough, but there is no checkmate, or is there? This was the moment I thought that maybe he can do this. Oh no, where was it? Yeah, it was this moment. And it's very hard to defend this bishop, but of course this is winning also. We can do these kind of tactics also, but sometimes you would like to do something fancy and things can go wrong. Yeah, but not this time. Bullet tournaments for viewers. Is that a good idea? Maybe it's not for me or my viewers, but let's see. You can share your opinion in the chat. Would you like to play bullet? D4 or E3 are probably most common moves here. Now we have Rakos in defense. An interesting opening where black can take initiative very early, and that's why I like to play it. It's dynamic weapon against D4. And maybe I'm not the best bullet player to watch because I'm too slow. And I try to explain even there, and I think it's not working. It's not working. Okay, let's see. Is this working? Maybe. Because the plan is to play C4, get bishop here, take grip on E4, and prevent rook B1. Knight E5, very natural. Maybe I have time for knight C6 now. F4 might be too much. Now we have B file. I didn't really understand why he did that. It's very hard to take B file under control now, because now rook is hanging and I can trade rooks. And then B2. Aha. Okay, rook here. Then he plays rook. Oh, I should use this rook probably. If I go here, he can take this with the check, but actually it's the same. Yeah, because then rook F8 is hanging. So okay, I would like to get my rook here, because if I queen here, if I do this and he plays that one, then I can do this. There's no queen A3 or queen C1 or rook B1. So this might be precise move here. Queen here, rook here, trading. If queen takes a7, rook b2, bishop f3, c3 is a weak spot, but how to get there? If I do this, then there might be queen a5, rook c1. It's not so easy. I don't want to give this pawn, so maybe I have to do this. If he trades and plays queen here, then this pawn is alive, and maybe I can do some slow progress with rook b7, but still queen goes here. Okay, this is not easy. How to make progress? a5, queen here, rook here, problems. Okay, I will take the p file with this plan, and then I just put my rook to b7 or b2. Let's see which one is better. Okay, this was a surprise, of course. It's not getting anywhere, and this is clearly a big threat, big positional threat, because then I can have access to b2, and then I think it's clear that white is in trouble. So f3, e4 might be the only move here to get something. Yeah, maybe it's for younger players. Of course, bullet can be fun if you like to move fast, but maybe it's not for me. Okay, now we take the p file, and of course my recommendation is to avoid bullet, because it can harm your chess if you play just bullet and learn those tricks to win games without thinking. Is this better? Yeah, because queen is actually not well placed on f4. So let's play this. This is bigger threat than this one, so we have time for this. Queen has to go here. And then maybe we can do this again. There's no time to take here, because then g2 is dropping and there's no checks here. So I think I can do this. If I do something like bishop e6, then f4, f5 might be strong enough to create some play. And that is the reason why black should make precise moves here to avoid counterplay. Maybe rook f2 is something after. Okay, bishop here still. I think queen e3 is clearly the best choice. Bishop here, f4. If I take f5, f6, no time for this. Or maybe there is time for that. Okay, yeah. Should I take here? If he takes, I take here. No chance to cover this one. Queen goes here. I check and queen e2. That looks very good. But no, then there is no time to take c3. Queen can get misplaced, and that is actually a problem. Might be a problem. f4 takes, And if queen takes, then I can take here. That is probably better. E5 is too slow, then I can take this one. Okay, let's do this. It's hard to evaluate which one is the better, this one or taking here, for example, but let's do this way. I think this is kind of key pawn here. If black can take this one, then there's many endgame positions which are won. Winning positions for black, and this is the only dangerous plan for white. There might be some chances to create play. Okay, can I take here first? Check, queen f8. Okay, it works, but it's not so easy. Yeah, that is the best reason to play bullet. You can spot tactics very quickly, but if you play only bullet or lots of bullet, you might end up decisions that you think that it's good idea to play that kind of positions, and you are going to lose in rabbit chess or classical chess. But if you try to play blitz and bullet, then things are of course different way. Okay, this is clearly a move here, so have to be careful. Rook here, this might come also, so rook here, queen here, then I have g6, and if he plays this way, I think I can take here. Oh, there's that one, but then I can take this with check, and yeah, okay, let's go here. I think this works. Okay, what is going on? He's going to lose these pawns, and then this diagonal will get open. I hope I'm not missing anything. Yeah. Good points in the chat. Okay, let's take here. Have to take. I would like to push e3. I think this is the only move. But it's very hard to escape from checks. Aha. Okay, my rook is dropping if I take this one, or is it the case? Yeah. Or maybe it's not the case, because actually, why not to take here? Check, I can do this. check, and there's nothing going on actually. So I think I can take this one. And if something goes wrong, I can even sacrifice my queen here. Because these pawns and bishop can give chances to get a draw, but it's only the worst case scenario. I think I can have good chances here. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Check, queen here. Bishop is guarding all these pawns. Oh, there is one check. But then king g8. Queens can be very tricky. But of course, f6 is still. It's also an option. Okay, it's game over soon, I think so. e3 is so strong threat. No time to create anything here. Okay, which one to choose? Okay, let's play this way. This is a threat, and then e3. Okay, he can check here, but then there's no follow-up, and actually this is quite nice. I can take here, and when rook takes e2, and then pawn will promote. Okay, let's see a few details from the game. This opening is quite interesting one. What to do here? I think c5 is aha, okay. According to the computer, it's better to castle. It might be the case if bishop b5 is really something. Bishop d7. Okay, this is a playable. I mean that. I think this line is still playable. No need to castle. This is more active, puts more pressure on your opponent, and that's why this is playable. Oh, actually, now I remember. c4 should be played later. First, bishop here or something like that. Yes, bishop e6 is the main move, because after c4, was it knight d2? I can't remember that, but I think this was played too early because white is not really threatening to take here. For example, here these pawns are getting so weak, we can play this way. Actually, I think I have played against some grandmaster entitled Tuesday. Maybe it was Rustemov or okay, whatever. But still, the plan is to take this first, and then this pawn might get weak later. This is equal after knight d7. But here after c4, yeah, knight d2 or e4 immediately. Okay, now this breaks black's position, and this is usually good position for white, so be careful not to play c4 too early. But it's usually a good idea, but have to play this in a right moment, e4 is usually the move against this plan, so have to be careful not to allow e4. Okay, I think that was it for that game, and also for today's stream. I have to go teach chess to kids now, and this went much better than yesterday's tournament, so there is still hope. Tomorrow I will stream again. See you there, and thanks for watching and voting. Have a nice day. Take care.